100 life lessons to inspire and empower your journey. Honesty may not earn you a crowd of friends, but it will always attract the ones who truly matter. Don't stress about what others think of you. Most people are too caught up in their own worlds to notice. Every moment spent comparing your life to someone else's is a moment stolen from your own happiness. Avoid becoming emotionally dependent on anyone. People change, and even the closest friends can become strangers over time. Learn to find peace and joy within yourself. Relying on others for happiness only makes you vulnerable. Celebrate your progress, but keep your goals private. Stay motivated by embracing solitude. It's far better to be alone than surrounded by toxic people. Those who demand the most from you often contribute the least in return. Fear isn't meant to hold you back. It's a sign that you care and are invested. Never make permanent decisions based on fleeting emotions. Remember, advice is always a reflection of the giver's perspective, not an absolute truth. Not every thought in your mind needs to be spoken aloud. Avoid actions you'll regret or have to lie about later. Remember, light travels faster than sound. Some people seem wise until they open their mouths. Don't chase happiness. It's already within you. You owe nothing to the past version of yourself, but everything to who you are right now. True self-care is recognizing that you are often your own biggest hurdle. Your parents, even without formal qualifications, were right more often than you think. Stop dismissing their advice with arrogance. Before overthinking consumes you, it distorts the situation, twisting it into something more complicated than it needs to be. It makes you fixate on trivial questions and amplifies problems that are hardly as dire as they seem. If you're tempted to get angry about something, pause and ask yourself, will I even remember this 10 years from now? You only have one body, so treat it with care. It's resilient, but it can only give you back what you invest in it. And when someone insists they're telling the truth, you can be certain they're hiding something. The only things you truly have control over are your actions, your thoughts, and your response. How you choose to spend the time you have today will shape your future. You'll never fail at a role if you stay true to yourself. Don't compare the behind the scenes of your life to someone else's highlight reel. Just because you miss someone doesn't mean you need them back in your life. Missing is just a step in the process of moving on. At first, you may choose a partner based on their looks, but you'll eventually realize that your children won't be raised by appearances. They'll be shaped by values. Remember, you can't have it all. Life is a constant exchange, where you trade one thing for another. To truly know who your real friends are, pay attention to those who speak well of you when you're not around and are honest with you to your face. Letting go is never easy, but it's often the best choice for your growth. The more you face your fears and embrace discomfort, the more fearless you'll become. Never make someone a priority who treats you as an option. If you try to be friends with everyone, you risk losing yourself in the process. You were born with 2 ears and 1 mouth. Use them in that proportion. The hardest thing to accept is change, but it's the one constant in life. You don't just live once. You live every day, and each day is an opportunity to evolve. Living many lives within one lifetime becomes simpler and more beautiful when we learn to recognize the goodness in others. You can cut all the flowers, but you cannot prevent spring from coming. Every decision you make is like a dot on the canvas of your life. In time, you'll connect these dots and understand why you did what you did. Commitment is what sparks the journey, consistency is what moves you forward, and persistence is what keeps you going. If someone tries to bring you down, it only means you're above them. Never make promises you don't intend to keep. What may seem insignificant to you could mean the world to someone else. Going back to an ex is like taking a shower and then putting on dirty underwear. It never leads to anything clean. Keep an open mind. Act like an artist, but approach life like a scientist. Fail, learn, and grow. Your purpose isn't something you find out there. It's something you create within yourself. True richness comes not from accumulating material things, but from seeking out new experiences. Action brings more clarity than thought ever could. You can't think your way into a new life. You must act your way into one. The life you live is merely a reflection of your mindset. Chasing happiness often leads to misery until you realize that happiness isn't something to chase, but something to cultivate within. Happiness is not a destination, it's the path itself. All you truly have is the present moment. How you use it is what matters most. Be wise enough to seek advice, but discerning enough to know who to ask. If you can let go of anything in your world, let go of your ego. The more gratitude you cultivate, the more beauty you will see in everything around you. Life will appear more generous, and in turn, you'll become happier. Success isn't about the resources you have. It's about how resourceful you are with what you've got. Fear holds many people captive throughout their lives, shaping their choices and limiting their potential. Do your best to control it, rise above it, and celebrate when you conquer it. You cannot explore new horizons until you're brave enough to let go of the safety of the shore. It's never too late to pursue what you've always dreamed of. Don't let the doubts of others deter you. They're often projecting their own fears and insecurities. What's done is done. Whether it was your fault or someone else's, you can't change the past. Instead of holding on to anger, focus on how you can move forward. Challenging individuals often project their fears and limiting beliefs onto you. Your mission is to build a shield strong enough to deflect this noise and safeguard your inner peace. Keep your past close to your heart. Only you truly understand its meaning and significance. Sharing it with others might lead to misunderstanding or worse, exploitation. Your future holds the potential to be radically different from your present, but only if you take action. If you waste today mourning what isn't working, you're setting the stage for a tomorrow that doesn't work either. Sometimes the world whispers hints of who you are meant to be, but if you're not listening, you might never hear it. Stand strong, embrace growth, and trust in your journey. Take a moment to pause, reflect, and truly listen. Without doing so, you'll never hear the wisdom life is trying to offer. Life rarely unfolds as planned, and believe me, that's a blessing in disguise. I remember sitting alone, feeling like I'd hit rock bottom. But in that difficult chapter, I crossed paths with people who shared invaluable lessons that carried me through. And perhaps they're the very lessons you need right now. When you hit rock bottom, the only way out is to push through. You're stronger than you give yourself credit for. Every bad day you faced, you've conquered, and here you stand, undefeated. No one will protect your dreams and well-being like you can. Fear loses its power the moment you face it, and you'll realize it's never as impossible as it seems. From life's toughest moments, miracles are born. The belief that you can is already half the battle won. But stay cautious. Not everyone you meet has pure intentions. And on those days when you feel like giving up, remember, those are the days that shape your destiny. Keep going. The days you least want to show up are the ones that matter most. Remember, the only things you truly control are your thoughts, actions, and feelings. Stop wasting energy trying to change others. It rarely works. Hardships are not setbacks. They're the forge that shapes ordinary people into extraordinary forces of destiny. Never compromise your growth for the sake of anyone else. Pain is inevitable, but suffering, that's a choice. And always remember, you're braver than you think, stronger than you seem, and capable of more than you imagine. Keep going. You're stronger than you appear and smarter than you believe. Trust yourself. You've overcome so much already, and you'll rise above whatever comes next. True strength often reveals itself when you have no other choice. Whether you choose to make yourself miserable or make yourself strong, the effort is the same. So why not choose strength? Change isn't a threat. It's an invitation to grow and truly live. Keep your expectations grounded in yourself, not in others. Life isn't always fair. People who lie and cheat may sometimes seem to come out ahead, but remember, no matter how tough a situation gets, you have the power to endure and create something better. Stay resilient, stay focused, and keep moving forward. Life may seem relentless at times, but you must keep fighting forward, because hoping and wishing won't change your reality. Change comes from making bold decisions and putting in the work. Remember, honesty is a rare and valuable gift. Don't expect it from those who are cheap with their character. Patience, when it finally pays off, shows you that the wait wasn't as long as it seemed. Learn to love yourself first. Only then can you truly love others. When pain enters your life, it's not there to break you, but to teach you a lesson. Pain exists to guide, not punish. Good judgment is born from experience, and experience often comes from bad judgment. Don't let the weight of past memories hold back the limitless potential of your future. The only boundaries to what you can achieve are the ones you set in your mind. Instead of wishing away challenges, meet them head on. They're the stepping stones to growth. Remember, the toughest roads often lead to the most breathtaking destinations. There comes a moment in life when you must decide, will you turn the page, write a new chapter, or close the book entirely? The power is yours. Choose wisely. Courage is the foundation of all virtues, for without it, no other virtue can be practiced consistently. Be cautious. Most people will deceive you if given the chance. But remember, you don't drown by falling into the water. You drown by staying there. Life is inherently risky, and the greatest risk is doing nothing at all. Bad days are the foundation for better days ahead. Focus on improving yourself so fully that you have no time to judge others. People often complicate their lives unnecessarily, as if life weren't complex enough already. One of life's toughest lessons is learning that not everyone is meant to stay. Embrace the falls. They teach you how to rise stronger. Keep moving forward, one step at a time. Not everyone who crosses your path wishes you well, but that's a part of life's journey. True happiness and unhappiness don't exist in isolation. They are defined by the contrast between them. Only someone who has endured the depths of despair can truly appreciate the heights of bliss. Hard times often come disguised as blessings. Yes, we must endure pain, but in doing so we grow stronger, wiser, and better. People will come and go, and sometimes the ones you least expect will have the biggest impact on your life. Embrace the uncertainty, for it's within the ebb and flow of connections that life reveals its lessons and gifts. The most courageous act we can take is to step beyond the weight of our history and past, daring to embrace the endless possibilities of what lies ahead. Let go, move forward, and reclaim your power. Often we think we know someone, but the truth is, we only see what we want to see. Life has taught me that you can't take without giving. everything requires an exchange. Instead of wasting energy on what's beyond your control, channel it into creating something meaningful. True maturity begins the moment you stop complaining and making excuses, and instead, take action to bring about change. Not everything will make sense right away. Some lessons require patience, growth, and time to fully understand. Trust the process and keep moving forward. Clarity will come when the time is right. Life becomes lighter when you let go of the need to know or pretend to know it all. Embrace the unknown and grow into it. Be the reason someone smiles today, the reason they feel loved, and the reason they believe in the goodness of people. Persistence, even in the face of challenges, may bear bitter fruit at first, but in time, it brings the sweetest rewards. Keep going and let your actions define your journey. Obstacles aren't the end of the road, they're challenges to overcome. When you hit a wall, don't turn back or give up. Find a way to climb it, go through it, or navigate around it. Facing your emotions, no matter how difficult, will ultimately bring you more strength and happiness than ignoring or suppressing them. If you believe deeply in something, stand up and fight for it. It's worth it. Protect your thoughts when you're alone, and choose your words wisely when in the company of others. The truth is, if you don't take charge of your life, someone else will try to live it for you. Wishing for something doesn't make it real. Sometimes, no matter how hard you try, you simply won't fit in, and that's okay. It's often better to walk alone than to lose yourself trying to belong. Every journey has its final day, so don't rush. When one door closes, another always opens. But too often we're so fixated on the closed door that we fail to see the new opportunities waiting for us. Ever take the people in your life for granted? You never know when they might be gone or how much they truly mean to you until it's too late. Treasure them now while you can. You are your own greatest ally and toughest adversary, and the choice of which one you'll be rests entirely with you. Don't cry because something beautiful has ended. Smile because it happened and enriched your life. Sometimes, losing everything is the only way to discover who you truly are. Experience has the power to make people better, but only if they're open to learning and growing from it. Embrace the journey. The tough times in life carry powerful lessons, but they're only revealed if we take the time to reflect and learn from them. Hardship shows us that our resilience runs deeper than we ever thought possible. While kindness is a virtue, it has its limits. Not everyone will appreciate or reciprocate your good deeds. Be mindful of where you pour your energy.
Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.